Right, check the weather. Myself and Brian, who's driving, who is the level 4 referee today, we're going out to Wellington to do a pitch inspection. So, bearing in mind the weather that we've already had over the last few days, what do you think the chances are, Brian, very quickly, of, obviously drive careful, don't look at the camera, of the game going ahead?
I'm thinking if we get a pair of wellies on in a wetsuit, then maybe we could, rather than football, maybe water polo today.
Brilliant.
We have to go through the correct procedures, of course, and you know, both teams I'm sure would love to, but considering the circumstances, but we will go through procedures, you know, quite rightly. But Wellington's on our doorstep, but not confident, mate, not confident.
Okay, so time is, let's have a look, it's 14 minutes past 9. This is the weather as it is. What a great radio station, by the way, Brian, good choice.
Thanks, mate.
So we'll find out what happens when we get there. Right, so we've arrived at the pitch to do a pitch inspection for today. As you saw on that little clip of the video just now, the weather was pretty atrocious on the way here between Taunton and Wellington. We've arrived at Wellington, which is a wonderful pitch. I'm with the chairman, Mike Hall, former referee, no less.
Thank you. Yes,
you could have done your hair. You know,
I know. Had I known, Darren, I would have made an effort, my friend.
So, first of all, Mike, the game's going to be off, isn't it?
Yes, game's off today, and that's absolutely the right decision.
Can we just bring the camera down here? I mean, just have a stomp around there.
Where we've been standing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
and that's just through you. Oh, look at the camera.
On the lens now as well for special effect.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's absolutely the right decision. Yeah. So I'm really grateful to yourself and Brian for coming down and doing this. You know, because without people like yourselves coming to do this, we wouldn't be able to play. So yeah.
Brian is the referee who's just over there chatting to the groundsman at the moment. Mike, you're a former referee. Do you miss it?
Absolutely. All the time. And we were speaking off air just before now, and you know, I often think, you know, could I come back and do a little bit more before I get too old? You know, I do miss it every Saturday when I'm walking around the ground or sat in the dugout and whatever. Yes, I'm watching the game, but I'm always watching the officials as well.
Do you find it easier now you've gone from one side to the other?
Yeah, at times, yes, I do. And you know, Brian is one of the referees that I see regularly, who will always ask me after the game when everyone's gone away and it's all a bit quiet for my honest thoughts on his performance. And I'll always give him those. And he's looking for things to improve on, but he's also looking for things that he's done really well. And there's always many of those, as there are for most of the referees.
Don't give him too much credibility, for God's sake.
You know, don't get me wrong, there's some things that he could improve on. There are development areas for everybody.
Good man, that's the Mike we know.
But no, and when I do, you know, look at referees and feel frustration like everybody else does, not just about referees, but about players and everything else that's going on as well. It's born more out of frustration really when I look at things and think, why have you done that? Why didn't you do that? And it's do this different, not because it's maybe going against Wellington, but because, you know, I just think, well, if I know the referee, I think, well, actually, no, you're better than that, don't do that. As though I'm looking at a player, if I was a manager, which I'm not, thinking, well, why have you crossed that ball and put it in the stand, or why have you done this, that and the other? So having been on both sides of the fence, yeah, it does give you a different perspective and a good perspective, and I, you know, people will often ask me, you know, what do you think, Mike? And I'll always give them, not the officials, but people around the club, what do you think of that? And I'll always give them my honest opinion about why something's happened, or why an official's given a decision or not given a decision, and try and help them understand why that is.
Does your position now help when it comes to marking a referee?
I try not to get involved too much with the marking, because I prefer to let our club secretary Jeff do that, because it's a club mark. But it does, yes. I mean, you know, when Jeff will ask me, what do you think of the referee today, I'll give him, you know, a balanced opinion that overall the performance was good, satisfactory, outstanding. Very, very, very rarely less than satisfactory, because I'm looking at the overall performance rather than just individual incidents. And you know, in the vast majority of cases, I'm talking very high percentage, 90 plus, the performance is satisfactory at least, and a lot of times better than that.
Well, look, Mike, great to see you again. and thanks for your time. Let's go and quickly have a quick chat with the referee who's been doing the pitch inspection. Sorry, oh, this is the groundsman, by the way. Good morning.
Yeah, so cool.
This is Brian. Brian's the level 5 referee on what was going to be today's game.
Please, level 4.
Oh, sorry. How dare I?
Just demoted me, Russ. Yeah, they demote me.
Look at the mud all over the screen that Mike's, after we did a pitch inspection, he stamped on the ground. I mean, it's pretty wet and sodden underfoot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, the ground staff have worked their socks off. It looks really good. We've had torrential rain over the last 3 days. We had a torrential shower coming through. Player safety, endangering player safety. It's just we were confident it wouldn't happen. Unfortunately, we wanted it to happen. So, but we've got to look at Chipping Sodbury, the journey they make. We've got to look at the fixtures that will be coming up. So you've got lots to take into account, and yeah, it's a simple decision, unfortunately.
So no football today. So that means what we're going to do? Go for a run, I suppose.
We're going to go for a run. Yeah, let's go for a run. And, yeah, why not? Come on, let's run.
Brilliant, excellent work.
Bye bye.